Pawmot EX from Obsidian Flames is completely nuts. This card does a massive 220 damage for just 2 electric energy to any of your opponent's Pokemon, benched or active, has a massive 300 HP and best of all, a 0 retreat cost. We have built a deck around this card and are gonna play some games with it today. If you want to skip directly to that, check out the timestamps down below. Otherwise, let's see how the deck is constructed. Diving into our deck here, we have Pawmi, from which evolves this monster of a Pokemon, Pawmot EX, which does 220 damage to any Pokemon. The only issue with this is that if they have a Manaphy on the bench, it's not possible to put 220 damage on the bench, in which you can either KO the active or boss up the Manaphy first with Boss's Order, which we play 3 copies of. In addition to that, we have Miraidon and also the Raikou as 2 secondary attackers, which prove to be really useful. Especially I found the Raikou to be really useful because it only needs 2 energy to attack, and with a bench that's full, it can deal up to like 220 damage, which is pretty good. We have a Forest Seal Stone just for more draw power, like a Research or a Colress if you ever need that, which is always good. Bravery Charm, again, it's great if it goes on to a basic Pokemon like Raikou or Miraidon. So always a great choice to have in these decks. Cheryl is a great card to heal off all damage from your Pawmot EX. And that's just really frustrating for the opponent to deal with because you attack with Levin Strike, you discard 2 energy, and then you use Cheryl to heal up all of that damage and bring it back up to full HP, which is 300, which is a surprising number in my opinion. And then you just have a healthy Pawmot sitting on your bench waiting to go at it again. Other than that, we have a few Colress, few Iono Research for draw support, Radiant Greninja again for draw support, and Manaphy just to prevent your weak Flaaffy and Mareep being KO'd from Moonlight Shuriken, which is pretty much a staple in any deck right now. So with that, let's hop into some games and see how this deck performs. This is mid-video Aditya telling you to subscribe to the channel if you like the content that I'm posting. Also, drop a comment saying I've subscribed and I will personally reply to all of the comments that you guys leave. Now back to the video. Hopping into our first game with Pawmot EX over here. We have these really cool fall sleeves because it's fall where I live in North America. Really pretty sleeves there. We want to get Pawmot EX in play as soon as possible with this deck. And Manaphy is a very important card against Lost Zone, Lost Box, any deck which plays Moonlight Shuriken Ninja, basically. Okay, so not a bad start here. We can put the Raikou in the active. Well, let's see. Do I want the Raikou in the active? I probably do, because that allows me to draw 1 more card and also discard 1 energy by retreat. So let's bench the Miraidon, let's bench our Pawmi. And let's see. Okay. It's our turn first, which is nice. We've got everything in hand pretty much, so maybe shouldn't have benched the Miraidon there. That was probably a misplay on my part. We draw 1 card with the Fleet-Footed. That's a great card to see. Professor's Research. We can first thin out our deck by using Tandem Unit. And let's see what do we want. We're first gonna just check our deck. We have the Forest Seal Stone there, 10 energies, 3 Ultra Balls, 1 more Nest Ball, which is great. 2 Cheryls, Pawmot, Radiant Greninja, and Manaphy are in there, thankfully. So we'll grab the Radiant Greninja with the Nest Ball. Before that, let's see if we want to get anything on bench. We probably need another Mareep, which we will. And that's probably all I want to bench for now. I want to get a Radiant Greninja with this Nest Ball. This is probably a Charizard, so I'm not really worried about benching Manaphy. I can conceal cards for 2 more. That's awesome. We can attach an energy to our Raikou and basically just enter, see what they have or what we're up against. I assume it's Charizard because I'm seeing the Pidgey, but you can never be too sure with this. Like Chien-Pao also plays Pidgey, so that's also a possibility. And it is the Charizard. So the Pawmot EX can't directly snipe a Charizard, which is unfortunate, but we could do damage to the Arceus if it doesn't evolve before. Although it's quite unlikely that we get a Pawmot EX on the next turn, but let's see. If we do, it's great for us. And that's the great thing about 300 HP, right? The Charizard, to knock out a Pokemon with 300 HP, you need to have taken, let's see how many, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300. You have to only worry about Charizard one hit KOing you if you've taken 4 prize cards, which is kind of, at that point, I mean, you pretty much. So we're going to Professor's Research, but before that, let's do this. Let's grab ourselves a Flaaffy. Evolve our little Mareep. And let's Professor's Research. So this is amazing to see. We're going to evolve into the Pawmot. We can attack with Raikou this turn. But first, let's conceal cards. See if we can draw a switch. Okay. Maybe it makes more sense to attack with the Pawmot EX. Since if they get a Charizard this turn, the good thing about Pawmot EX is that it has this single attack zap kick. So let's do this. Let's Dynamo Motor onto Pawmot. We can attach to the Mareep, retreat, back into the Pawmot. We don't need to put the Lost City down right now because it's not like we're KOing the Charmander, which they can get back with Super Rod. So I'm wondering if I should Ultra Ball and use and get another Flaaffy down in play. Which is probably a good idea, but let's see, what do I want to do here? Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's discard a boss and a Lost City to get another Flaaffy into play. This is going to give us a lot of energy recovery and good ways to attach our energy. Let's put one on the Raikou. And let's just Zap Kick for 120 damage. We are hitting for weakness, but even 60 is enough. So there we go. Already turn 1, we got a Pawmot EX, which is a great start for us. Let's see how the game progresses from here on out. They're probably going to push the Arceus in the active because I don't... Oh, Charmander. So maybe they have a way to get Charizard after all. Interesting. Attachment to the Arceus and Heat Tackle. I really wonder why they did that. They don't have a Charizard in hand. So here's what I could do. I could just 11 strike and take out this Arceus. No Arceus V-Star for them next turn. I'm gonna conceal cards again. There we go. Another Ultra Ball, which is super nice. We have a switch card, we have a boss's order, but we don't need any of that because Pawmot EX deals 220 damage to Pokemon on the bench, and just like that, we take out the Arceus, get ourselves 2 prize cards. This is a really good start for us. I have high hopes about winning this game now. No Charizard in play. That's kind of unfortunate. They had a bad draw. But Definitely promoting the Charmander over there was a mistake. I mean, what the 30 damage? Well, I guess it does make sense. That means they can KO me with the Charizard now. But even if they do, it's alright. We can bench another Pawmi like we have, attack with the Raikou, take out their Bibarel because we have the boss in hand. That's super nice. So yeah, if they KO me with the Charizard now, I'm just gonna take out their Bibarel. Yep, there they go. So that I was wrong about that. That was not a misplay on their part. That was a good play because 30 damage takes me down to 270. And then Charizard can one-hit KO me because we've taken 3 prize cards. So good job on my opponent. Let's see, we're gonna see the Charizard here and get KO'd. No Charizard. I'm very surprised. That's not good at all. And that means I can just attack them with 1 energy. Oh my god. I feel so bad. That's terrible. So if no Charizard, let's just retreat out into the Raikou. Do we have, how many energies do we have in the discard? We have 4 energies in the discard. Let's Dynamo Motor 2 energies back onto the Pawmot. Ooh, maybe I should have drawn 1 card with Fleet-Footed here. Maybe there's a chance to see Cheryl. Okay, but no Cheryl, so that's fine. We can... There's really nothing that I need to do here. Just because we've drawn so well this turn. And there you go. Bye-bye Charmeleon, no Charizard for them. We can take out the Bibarel next turn. If they bench Charmander, we can go back. We can retreat the Raikou, go back into the Pawmot EX, and just KO their bench. At this point, my opponent is far behind. If they'd gotten the Charizard the turn before instead of the Charmeleon, it would have been a more interesting game, but sadly not. Okay. They have a Pidgey and Charmander. I don't need to do anything. Ooh, so this is great. We have Cheryl for next turn in case we need it. But we can just boss up their Charmander. And bye-bye Charmander. We'll probably see a resignation pretty soon because we just need to KO 1 and Raikou KOs basically any basic Pokemon, even the Pidgeot because it's weak to lightning. Really beautiful sunlight streaming from the window. We have weather that's sort of like fall weather now, so it's cold but still sunny. So it's feeling very happy about that, feeling very grateful for this good weather that we have. I don't know what they're possibly thinking. I see no way for them to win. They're benching even more Pokemon, which helps me. Luckily, we have a Switch in hand. If not for that, yes, they could have trapped my Flaaffy in the active. But it's very unlikely that they win. Okay, so let's switch. Go into the Pawmot. And we're spoiled for choice here, but I'm just gonna 11 strike. And there we have concession. So game 1, win against Charizard. Feeling pretty good about that. Let's hop into game number 2. So believe it or not, this is our second game, but I already played 2 more games, one with Mew VMAX, one with Lost Box, which we both won. But unfortunately, my recording crashed in between, so couldn't showcase those, which is, very unfortunate. But hey, what can we do? That gives us even more games to play, which is great in that sense. So looks like we're going up against Chien-Pao here. And yes, we would love to go first. Let's see. Haven't played this with Chien-Pao so far. Beautiful opening hand. Okay. Ooh, Chien-Pao with Letter of Encouragement. I have not seen that till now. Very cool. Okay. So they take a mulligan, which allows us to draw even better. Great card to see, the Iono. Let's get ourselves. Let's see what we have in the deck first. We have the Manaphy, which is good. We absolutely need that card. We're first going to get the Miraidon EX, which will allow us to get a Mareep in play. And we have 4 rare candies, 10 energies in deck. We have the Forest Sealstone. Haven't had to use that yet in most of the games I've played. Let's get with a tandem unit. Let's get ourselves. I don't think I need another Pawmi just yet. Although, maybe it does make sense to get one Pawmi down in play. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away a Colress and maybe an Iono. Not sure. Yeah, probably I Ultra Ball away this to get myself a Radiant Greninja. Okay, I'll hold off on the Manaphy. I'll get the Radiant Greninja first because that's just a great card that allows us draw power. And there's one thing that this deck needs is draw power. So good that we got that. We'll get the Manaphy next turn, but that's something important, especially if they attack us with Greninja. That's very scary. But I don't want to play the Manaphy down just yet. Let's first see what they bench. Could be that they have Radiant Greninja prized. In a recent tournament that I was playing, I had a Heavy Ball, Radiant Greninja, and 2 Chien-Paos in the prize cards. It was absolutely an awful time. I'm double confirming that I'm recording this time, which we are. Okay, so they have a Chien-Pao. They Iono us, which isn't awful. Research, always a great card to see. I think we are going to have to Iono them back. Because this is not a good draw at all. Unless we draw into a Flaaffy or an energy. Or a Colress. Colress is a great card for this deck, for sure. Ooh, Forest Sealstone. So let's actually tandem unit. Get ourselves a Raikou. That will also shuffle our deck again. Maybe not, because like we said, we needed bench space for the Manaphy. Although now I don't know how important that is. What do I want to do here? Raikou gets us the Colress, which allows us to draw a lot more. And since they have no Radiant Greninja in play, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the Raikou. This might be suboptimal, but I'm gonna attach to the Raikou. Star Alchemy for a Colress. Colress. Where are they? There it is. I'm gonna play the Colress. Beautiful. We have the Manaphy, which I'm just gonna keep just in case. Okay. So we have the Pawmot. Let's go ahead and evolve. Which one do I want to evolve? I can hit the Chien-Pao for 220 later if I zap kick it this turn. So let's go ahead and evolve that guy. We could also retreat into the Raikou, draw one more card, so if they KO the Raikou, I can always bench the Manaphy. But maybe not. Let's do this. Let's just zap kick. See what we get. They probably are gonna have an Irida in hand, since they haven't played it already. It would be really surprising to me if they had no Irida. No Irida, oh my god. Or are they just trolling with the manual attachment? Wow, really seems like that they have no Irida in hand. That is absolutely nuts. Wow. I don't like that Professor Zishers, they just discarded so many resources. It's not super important to preserve the Chien-Pao at this point for being on 2 prize cards. That's completely okay. They're gonna have a Bibarel. Bibarel gets them. It's really unfortunate if they got the Era this turn because we're just gonna Iono them next turn. This is just a terrible hand. They cannot play the Era this turn, and they're about to be Ionoed. We have a lot more energy left in the deck to see off of the Iono, and I'm sure we're gonna get an energy, so we're gonna be able to take the knockout on the Chien-Pao. Thankfully, no Radiant Greninja in play. Hailblade for that's perfectly okay. 120 damage, that's nothing. So let's put, oh, we can't put the Bravery Charm on the Raikou. That was a little silly of me. We could attach the Bravery Charm to the Mareep, just in case they get the Greninja. I don't want that to be KO'd. But in any case, we're going to evolve it into Flaaffy, so don't think it matters. Maybe the Miraidon attachment was better. But just in case we don't see Flaaffy on this turn, and they get a Greninja on this turn, and they go after my Mareep. That's what that was for. Okay, great. So Ultra Ball away, energy, and a Lost City. Or maybe we can get rid of the Raikou, although I'd rather hold on to that. Let's get ourselves a Flaaffy. Flaaffy on bench. Start powering up the Raikou here. First, let's conceal the cards. For 2 more. Dynamo Motor onto the Raikou. And then we 11 strike for 220 onto the Chien-Pao. Bye-bye Chien-Pao. And it would be really unfortunate if they didn't have an Irida this turn either. But I think that's not going to happen. They'll probably get it. So here comes another Chien-Pao. Do they have the Irida? I want them to have the Irida because I want to have a game. I don't want it to go down like this. They're super routing stuff back in. Which again goes to show like how important Radiant Greninja is for Chien-Pao decks, right? Because it doesn't have natural draw power, so the only way you can draw is if with Greninja. They betched the Manaphy. Ooh, hear it off of one card. That's a little harsh. They could have played the superior energy retrieval and whiffed on the energy just to get a Irida. Okay, letter of encouragement. First time I'm seeing this card being played. Okay, very cool. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards and put it into your hand. Just nothing to be done. Pretty sad. Dynamo Motor, we can put one on the Raikou. There we go. Let's conceal the cards once again. 2 more energy. We can retreat into the Raikou. Let's draw 1 more card. While we're at it, another energy manual attachment onto the Pawmot. Let's see. Nothing really that we need to do except KO the Chien-Pao. And we have boss in hand, so we can take 1 more knockout under the Chien-Pao with Raikou. Or we can also use our Pawmot EX because we have so many energies in hand. They absolutely need an Irida this turn. Maybe the play there was to use the superior energy retrieval, discard 2 cards and not get any energies off of that. Industrious Incisors. Okay, they don't have it. So there we go. Ooh. Good thing I didn't attack. That does not work. So attach to the Pawmot, retreat into the Pawmot EX, 11 strike. Reason we're doing less damage now is because 1 bench spot is empty. So we take out knockout on the Chien-Pao instead. So yeah, I don't know, with maybe they weren't playing 4 Iridas. That's my only explanation for how they didn't see any Iridas, or maybe they were just unfortunate. Okay, so win against Charizard and win against Chien-Pao. Again, making sure that my videos are being recorded. It's a shame because the game with Mew VMAX especially was really good because it was very neck to neck that we were able to win. But hey, it is what it is. Not a super bad draw, could be much worse. Again, the game plan is to get the Miraidon first, get a Mareep, and a Raikou in play. Raikou is a great attacker, by the way, for this deck, if you haven't realized already. Okay, so Ultra Balling away. Maybe you can get rid of the Cheryl, because I want to keep the energy in hand. In case we draw a Radiant Greninja. Although that's a little unlikely. Okay, so tandem unit, we're gonna get ourselves a Mareep, and a Raikou. We want to play down the Beach Court, maybe. Do I want to give them the Beach Court? Beach Court means they would need to... Yeah, I don't think it matters a whole lot giving them the Beach Court there. You can go out into the Raikou, draw one card. Radiant Greninja, there you go. That's all we needed. Radiant Greninja is a great card for this deck. And we have Pawmot for next turn. We couldn't have asked for a better opening hand, to be honest. Let's just hope that luck sides with my opponent as well this time. There they go, Colress. Probably gonna get themselves a battle VIP pass here. Lost Tina didn't do so well at Pittsburgh. Personally, for me, I think it's just much more fun and it's much better to play with Lost Box instead of Lost Tina, but that's just my take on things. Ooh, can we KO them with Pawmot this turn? Oh, that would be a cool short game to show. Yeah, I think we probably win. So it's fleet-footed for one more card. Yep, there we go. We have victory in hand. 220 damage to the Lost Tina. Dynamo Motor. One card onto the Pawmot. Retreat for free. Go into the Pawmot EX. Attach energy. And 11 strike. 220 damage onto the Tina. That was a short game. That was unfortunate that they couldn't draw any cards. With 10 cards in hand, it's really surprising that they didn't bench any Pokemon. But okay, victory against Lost Tina. But we'll play one more game because I'm not quite satisfied with a game that short. So let's do one more. Last game of the day. Pawmi goes to the active. We have Colress for next turn, which is nice. We're going up against Gardy. Very, very cool to see. Gardy, I don't know. I think Gardevoir has a favorable match against this deck. But let's see how it goes. I don't have experience playing with Gardevoir. Using Pawmot, of course. I have played with Gardevoir before. So they mulligan, we get one. Perfect, it's their turn. I didn't pay attention to the coin flip. I was wondering whose turn it was, but because we have a Colress in hand, it's much better to go next turn. Not sure if I want to use Colress or if I want to Iono. Probably Ionoing is better. Ooh. Okay. So no Iono for sure, right? So we got a Raikou in play. Let's use Colress. The reason I say no Iono there is because they didn't have anything in hand. That's what their hand indicated. So we'll get an Ultra Ball to get us a Pawmot next turn. We have the Flaaffy already, which is great. So let's do that. Throw away a Rare Candy. We can put down the Beach Court, although I want to get an energy in discard for next turn. Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do. Or we could attack with Raikou also. Let's see, what do I do? If I can attack with Pawmot next turn, KO one of their alts. That does 60 damage. I don't think it matters too much. So let's retreat, go into the Raikou. Fleet-footed, draw one card. It's an energy, which is good. We could just end turn here. No need to play anything else. Gardy is always fun to play against. Lost Box is frustrating. But Gardevoir is not fun in the sense that they have a long chain of things that they have to do, so you have to wait for a longer time. But it seems like a more beatable deck, although it is very strong. I think it's the best deck in the format, but you know, with Lost Box, if they get 10 in the Lost Zone, it's just pain watching the Sableye KO all of your Pokemon. Hate that card. I mean, it's a great card, but you know. Ooh. Why would they get the Gardevoir EX so soon? They want to attack with it, I see. But do they have enough discard energy in the discard? Wow. There goes away our beautiful hand that we could have done so many things with. But hey, we got another Flaaffy, luckily. We also have another Colress. Should have maybe put down that Beach Court. Put more energy onto the Gardevoir. I don't know. And it's not like they're even KOing my Raikou, which is what makes it even more weird. So evolve the Flaaffy, draw a card using Fleet-footed. We get the energy. We can use Colress first. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I'm thinking we bench another Raikou, retreat with the active one, so they don't have the KO. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to go into Raikou again, draw another card. Boss is good, but not the card I want to see right now. I could grab myself the Greninja. Get rid of you and you. Maybe not you. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Get ourselves the Radiant Greninja. Oh, also we haven't seen our deck yet. Surprising. Greninja gives us more draw power, which is good. Concealed cards for 2. Let's see. Maybe I don't give them the Escape Rope right now, just yet. Let's just attach onto the Raikou. And just end turn. Kind of unfortunate that we didn't get the Rare Candy there. I think maybe they've correctly identified that Pawmot EX needs 2 attacks to KO them, which is why I think they might be going for a direct attack with Gardevoir EX, although I don't think that's the best play. Ultra Ball could have gotten you a Kirlia, which was much more important in that position. This, I think, is too greedy of play. Iono, again, not bad at all. We really want to see new cards. We had 2 Pawmot EXs in hand, so they're at the bottom of the deck, which is also not great. Ooh, but luckily they put down the Artisan, so we can use that to reshuffle our deck and then start our chain of things. We could get ourselves another Mareep while we're at it. Since we already have 2 attackers, we don't quite need to get the other Pawmi into play just yet. I'm also worried about the Cresselia attacking and KOing my poor little Flaaffy. But okay, luckily they decide not to do that, which is all we need. Perfect. So let's first Artisan. We could get another Mareep, given that there's another Flaaffy waiting for us. This also ensures a good shuffle. Putting the Mareep on there. We could always use research. Let's see, would I want to do that? Maybe I do. How many energies do we have in the discard? We just have 3 energies, so I think it makes sense to maybe use research. Thinking. Yeah, okay, here goes. Let's see what we get out of this. Yikes, that's unfortunate. Getting 1 card. Getting 1 more. There we go. Finally, we have the Pawmot. We can Ultra Ball for another Flaaffy next turn. But for now, we just put damage onto the Gardevoir EX. Seeing that that's the biggest threat to us right now. Ooh, we're just short of It's a shame if we have to use the Pawmot EX's 11 strike to KO the Gardevoir. That's not quite what I wanted. But okay, they're retreating the Gardevoir EX. Realized that they were about to go down. Cresselia, that's the correct play. Attack with Cresselia. But all we need to do now is to KO their Gardevoir EX, and then it's going to be really hard for them to get back. They're going after my Flaaffy. Little do they know that we have another Ultra Ball. We're finding away the Zacian. Fine. Maybe discarding so many energy there was the wrong play, but then again, I think we'll easily recover all of those and back onto our Pokemon with 2 Flaaffys in play. They could knock out one of the Flaaffys, which is okay by me. We just boss their Gardevoir and KO it with the Raikou. That's the play I would love to do. But turns out they're not. They're just putting 40 damage. Oh, they're taking out my Raikou. Smart choice. Yeah. clearly a much better play than what I was thinking. So we definitely need a switch card here. Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of the Lost City. And maybe the Cheryl. Don't really need that. Or we could just get rid of another Ultra Ball. Yeah, that's a much easier decision. Could go for another Pawmi, thin out the deck even more. We have 3 energies left, so let's Dynamo Motor onto the Pawmot. 2 energies back on there. Let's get another Pawmi in play, just to thin out our deck a little bit. And now I think Ionoing is the right choice. Okay, great. So we have the Escape Rope. We also have the Beach Court. But Levin Strike basically knocks out everywhere. So do I want to Escape Rope or do I want to Beach Court, attach energy, retreat? Maybe just Escape Rope. I think Escape Rope's the right play. We want to preserve all the energies that we can because we have so many in the discard now. While we're at it, we can start powering up our Raikou as our second attacker. And we can Levin Strike and take out the Gardevoir EX. Perfect. And we have a Bravery Charm for the Raikou, which is awesome. This is our last game, so let's make the most of it. Let's show what this deck can do. There's the Shining Darkana, which is going to go down next turn because we have 2 Flaaffies. That's just how it is. Well, one thing I would like to see in this deck is a bit more of switch cards, because maybe we can get rid of the Beach Court and instead include a switch card. Ooh, Collapse Stadium. Well, if they played that, that was an easy choice of what card to get rid of, right? I mean, well, maybe not. Maybe I want to keep the Raikou as a viable attacker. There's the Zacian coming into play. We could 11 strike that. That would be wonderful. Ooh, but they have another Gardevoir EX. Okay, this could get bad. Zacian can take me out for sure. So they're gonna retreat. Zacian's probably gonna KO me, but that's fine. Knocking it out with the Raikou next turn. And probably gonna get another Pawmot into play. Let's see, how many are we down? We're down 2 Pawmots. And 1 in the lost zone? No, none in the lost zone, so that's good. I forgot to check how many there were in the deck. We have just 1 more. So could draw it off of... maybe it makes sense to get Miraidon in play in that case. Okay. So they probably have the knockout right now onto Pawmot. 60 and 30 for each. So 8. Yeah. There we go. That does 300. So Storm Slash KOs me. There we go out into our Raikou. Colress, okay. Well, first I want to check what my second attacker is going to be. Do we have another Pawmot? Yes. The answer is yes, we do. So we could Colress and try to find that. Okay. Maybe it makes sense to bench the Miraidon still, because we already have. We are thinning out our deck in the process. So we can put the Bravery Charm on the Raikou or on the Miraidon. Maybe not on the Raikou. Raikou actually doesn't make too much sense. Let's first try to find the Pawmot. If we do that, we're in great shape. Perfect. So we have an attacker down for next turn. Oh no, it has to happen this turn. This is a little bit unfortunate. So we're gonna put 2 on the Pawmot. Probably gonna have to use 11 strike to KO the Zacian. There's the Ultra Ball. Let's retreat into the Pawmot. I'm gonna have to take this out. Wow, this is such a hard choice because they can always use Cresselia next turn to KO my Raikou. So yikes. Probably lose this game. Let's put a Bravery Charm on the Raikou just in case. Yep, I think we might lose this. Let's see if they find the Cresselia play. They probably will. Yeah, there they go. That's probably game. Put 4 energy on board, 80, 190 plus 80 is... We had a bad start, definitely, and they played a really good game by using the Gardevoir EX as an early attacker to get damage onto the Raikous. So good play on their part. They know it's over, I know it's over, but I just want to see it happen. You never know. There could always be a misplay. So it's important to play until the very end. Okay, there they go. Now we can concede. So we lost to Gardy, but won against Charizard, won against Chien-Pao, won against Mew VMAX, won against Turbo Lost Box that one time. And both Mew VMAX and Turbo Lost Box aren't in the recordings. So that was it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this by hitting the subscribe button down below, and leave a comment saying that you subscribed, and I will try to reply to all of the comments that you guys post. If you enjoyed today's video, share this with your friends, and see you next time again on another episode of 150 and more. Till then, take care.